Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Attendance is very less today. What is the reason? Shall I take a review? That is the only pending. Not it arrived, all the students are in 50% now coming. Very good morning. Good morning. This is Dr. Rathod, Professor HOD, Department of Forensic Medicine, Sri Lakshminarayan Institute of Medical Sciences, Puducherry. You are all welcome on online class. Again, same class, we are starting medical jurisprudence continuation of the class. And last time we have given objectives. Today's class is duties of a doctor, duties of toward the patient and toward each other with the state duties of doctor and duties of patients. This was the today's objective. Let's take a review till the other student join. Last class, what has been you have learned? Yes. That is again I'll go first class, first number class 1, that is a definition. Definition has had definition forensic medicine. There is application of medical and paramedical scientific knowledge to certain branches of law, both civil and criminal. Its object to aid administration of justice by correlating the knowledge and applying it to the purpose of the law. So it is called, in short you can say it's deals with a medical aspect of the law. Names are there, you can say forensic medicine, legal medicine, state medicine, how the in the globe or within the India, how it is name is presented. In US it is a medical jurisprudence. Today's class is on medical jurisprudence, but the USA instead of forensic medicine they use medical jurisprudence. France, Germany, legal medicine. In England, Scotland, and India, EMCA website you go, you'll find a forensic medicine. But complete name of the subject is forensic medicine, medical jurisprudence, and toxicology. 3 parts you can say. That is forensic toxicology too. Consider a page wise your book, standard textbook. Though medical jurisprudence is a less number of the pages, less than 40 pages, all from the website, same, but it's a very important topic we are dealing with today. And forensic toxicology deals with that is a science with the knowledge of source of the poisons, character and property of the poisons, their symptoms in the body, investigations, symptom and sign you say, investigation, diagnosis, treatment, and forensic has been done medical legal aspects, circumstances of the poisoning. Only toxicology deals with the study of poison, and middle part, that is medical jurisprudence. What is it? Juris is a law, prudentia is knowledge. So this is a medical jurisprudence, means law in relation to medicine. That is defined as the subjects with the deals with the application of knowledge of law. Knowledge of law for purpose of practice of medicine. Now you are choosing the medicine syllabic. A faculty of medicine, you are now writing examination and preparing for even postgraduate. So you must know. Now undergraduate the topic is desirable to, nice to know, but postgraduate must know. Even practice is a must know. So start from today onwards. I hope so. Yesterday I have given assignment in last class on Saturday morning. You go to the website, browse, see all the sections, rules and regulation, and come back. Now we have today ethics regulation, that 2002. Then word comes medical ethics. What is the medical ethics? It deals with the moral principle which guides members of the medical profession. What is the moral of principles which guides members of the medical profession in their dealing with each other, doctor, with their patient, doctor-patient relationship here, and doctor with the state, how to deal. The guide, in the guide. And medical etiquettes, it denotes the conventional law of the courtesy observed between the members of medical profession, doctor relationship. Sometimes you go to the hospital, you have stated that I'm medical, may not be charged the fees. That is a courtesy observed. When one doctor visit to other doctor for his illness, so may not be charged. That is not compulsory not to charge, but it is a courtesy observed. The convention law, the medical etiquette, like mobile etiquette, the courtesy observed between the members, who are calling. Like etiquette you find in various aspects. The medical etiquette here comes convention law of the courtesy observed between the members of medical profession. This medical jurisprudence in short is a legal medicine of medicine, legal aspect of the medicine in short, legal aspect of the medicine. Why I'm giving repetition? You have to do repetition a lot of times. Like a child, when he wants to learn, no shy, he does repetition of words, 2 words, 3 words, sentence, no shy. You start like that. So you learn. That's why I made a repetition till the student joins the class. So we'll start the class today, and you know what is our objectives. So it is a medical jurisprudence do and don'ts in relation to the state, patient, and other colleague. So this is assignment. Yeah, I hope it didn't go. Then again, you just go to the website https. Yes means secured site. See the log and write www.mciindia.org. www world web. That is MCI. There is no dot in between. Sorry for my tongue slip. mciindia.org, and go and find the multiple sections and menaces, pull down menus you find. Those have not done, try, and those who have already tried, again see and go in the detail. Last class I did, but I have made a simplified version and taught to you, not as a sentence in the presented in the regulations. So hope again and again you do. After this morning session, afternoon hours, you are free, go website, because it is a, you have to throughout the life, you have to work accordance with the guidelines and rules and regulation, your information, update the knowledge. Last class again, that is professional misconduct you learn. In the face-to-face, in the classroom, we ask the question what last class has been taught, but here in the online it cannot be, but just memorize what you all learn. Just I'll add here pictorial presentation to see what you all learn. Yeah, I have requested, yeah, even instructed to you to go to the website and go the rules and regulation and go to the code of medical ethics regulation 2002, and here you go your right side. So you click here, view the regulation, you may find PDF or browse, just browse, move up, HTML document, all regulation, you will see chapter wise. How many chapter do you see? First question. If you have seen, just you are not lying yourself, don't fool yourself. Just how many chapter do you find? That one question. And can you title of the chapter? If you have not got detail, you didn't understand, you understand which is good. So what are the main titles you find? So this is a complete name of the ethics regulation, that is professional conduct, etiquette and ethics regulation 2002, and it has been updated. So it is notification has been given, and there are chapters are there. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chapters. And the first chapter related to the ethics, codes of medical ethics. Second chapter, duties of physician and with their patient, with their colleague, chapter 3, with that is a responsible physician each other's, consultation during the patient and consultation related 2 and 3. Fourth is a physician in each other, duties of physician to the public and to the paramedical professions, that has been mentioned in 1, 2, 3. Today we are going to see the topic 2, 3, 4, 5. And last class what we have seen, the professional misconduct, that is chapter 6, and ethical acts 6 and 7. That is 7 we have seen and 6 has been discuss within that one, professional medicals. Again, privilege communication you have seen. And last topic we have covered last, punishment and disciplinary action, how state medical council take against those behave that comes on the complaint has come against their behavior, the professional misconduct. So punishment that you have seen in punishment, professional death sentence or temporary razor, from the name from the medical council of India. That is from council. No, you have degree doctor, that has been taken aback. We are not discussing here what the law, code, give punishment. Only here, state medical council. So we have seen here again the review. You want just very fast, we'll go. Slide is browsing is updating is slowly. So chapter 7 you have seen the misconduct. We'll go only title here. It has been discussed last class. That is violation of the regulation. If he or she commits any violation, this regulation has been given. Very important here, you will find even sickness certificate. Person comes to you for demands fitness certificate. He was under sickness, you treated well, and he requested a fitness certificate. But when he requested and documented, it took received or recorded, and you didn't issue within 72 hours. Means how many days? 72 hours. So it has been mentioned, not maintain the medical record of indoor for 3 years. One, IPD paper, OPD paper has to be retained, and refuses to provide the same within. Means authorized representation, certified copies of indoor paper. Same applies to even certificates to sickness, fitness, certificate. We have to give within 3 days. If a forgot, busy patient in a clinic, so liable for the, that's again same, it comes a review of the medical, that is a professional misconduct, an infamous conduct. So again, adultery, conviction by the court of law, that is PCPNDT Act is the medical termination, pregnancy, sex determination, termination, illegal abortion, same. Let's see the pictorial presentation. We cannot go detail. Just adultery. Last 2 years, news media has come. Supreme Court. Adultery is not a crime. Husband not a master of wife. In adultery, husband and wife both you get punished. But here now, wife is not being not get punished. Adultery law, judges noted that the most countries has abolished law, but against India. So in this case, adultery, a woman, a wife is not, it is among the major group, married. So not punished. That has been mentioned what is the punishment. In such cases, wife shall not be punished as an abater. So this will deal with the next class and next term. We have a detailed class on the adultery. No, the newspaper cutting has been flashed. You can search and get updated yourself. That again, professional misconduct, some example, pictorial, cartoon, or you can say these are like comics. The one picture shows that, thank you doctor, you will get 30%. That is what he called that. Covering or dichotomy. Again here you kind of auto rickshaw or some other person is asking, doctor, you have promised 200 but you are giving 100 by procuring patient. A balance will be paid when the patient pays. He has responses. Their communication goes on. This is a indicate professional misconduct. Most welcome. She is giving apetidine, the drug of addiction. Here just no caption, but it issuing the false certificate, you can say, that is also a crime. Or May book in the code, and here also state medical council, that is professional misconduct. Advance blank certificate has been signed and handed over to. Consuming liquor in presence of the patient, even is in clinical practice. Yeah, doctor, what you see, the liquor bottle and this glass is. And next is, that is again behavior of doctor towards a female patient. Yeah, she hurt his knee and is examining and requesting to this act. So this is also one professional misconduct. Complaint goes, then start inquiry, and name may be erased from the registry. No more doctor. So diagrammatic presentation, short note may ask, Viva, just remember 6A, that is presentation. Representation, the pictorial. Students learn very fast, so it has been mentioned as shown, which are the 6 A's. you find A, abortion, illegal abortion, alcohol, adultery, advertising, association, that is association with other, doing dichotomy, peace splitting, an association with unqualified person, covering, and advertising. These are the 6, and other unethical act, chapter 6, some important, running an open shop, a rebate and commission, prescribing and dispensing secret remedies, violating human rights, practicing euthanasia. Euthanasia we'll see in the last of this session of our medical jurisprudence classes in 3rd term. So some important topic will be taken and discussed, and rest of the topic, you have a doubt, write down a paper, and when arrive in a small group discussion will be there, you will discuss in the Department of Forensic Medicine, even medicine, surgery, gynae postings too. So remember this one, and now start today's class. Be patient. Uploading, updating, it's take a time. What are the duties, the responsibilities? This is a chapter 8. What are the punishment is get? That is penal erasure for the professional misconduct. That slide has come, warning. We have seen this, only just tutorial, just refreshing your memory. You start reading. So duties, responsibilities of doctor. Responsible means liable for punishment. Liabilities has come. So what are the duties of doctor? Doctor, you can say medical profession, a medical practitioner. One is a compulsory duty and fundamental duty, and we'll discuss other duties too. What are the compulsory duty? You cannot avoid. Whenever siren bursts, mass distress occur in the city limit local. So you have to visit, leave the patient. If you have attending already serious patient, you continue and send someone or appoint someone in a rush. Compulsory duty. Today's a pandemic going on, current scenario, is compulsory duty. What comes under compulsory duty? And fundamental duties. So here we'll see what are the duties of the doctor. Emergency duties. Which are the emergency comes? You just may tell which are the emergency cases. Yeah, emergency. Compulsory duties. One is report birth. Death certificate, that is a medical certificate of cause of death, MCCD. The death certificate issued by municipal corporation authorized, but doctor issues MCCD. So report MCCD to the council, municipal corporation, panchayat in villages. Report birth happened in the labor. Infectious disease, that is same today's scenarios. Infectious pandemic is going on, COVID-19. Reporting is very important, and also in the food poisoning, hotel. It is compulsory duty. If you don't do, then liable for punishment. That's police case report. If a crime has happened, the case is going to be in a court of law. A police case has to be registered and protect the state. That inform the police. All cases, a crime and homicide. Here again, the restrictions come where the doctor is a government or private. We'll see later. But is informed to. If a government employee, public servant, that's a government service, you are doing each and case, accident society, you have to inform. Respond during war and national emergencies. War. Geneva, in Geneva 1949, 4 conventions were agreed upon. Each convention lays down that persons is protects, whether the wounded or sick, in the armed forces, sickness in armed forces. That is the first convention. What is the first convention? Wounded or sick in armed forces under the convention, Geneva Convention. Shipwreck, Titanic, you just remember the shipwreck persons, that is second convention. Prisoners of the war, that is third convention. Or civilians of enemy nationality, that is fourth convention, are to be treated without any adverse distinction based on the race, sex, nationality, political opinion, any other similar criteria. Remember here. And priority authorized only for the urgent medical reason. Emergency care is there. Your compulsory duty. Even they say during war under the Geneva Convention and national emergencies. Yeah. Any want to elaborate? We can go a detail too. Today a topic may extend little of be patient with us. Okay, food poisoning, and you can see in the, even poisoning cases too. Poison, MLC cases, you take a person has consumed poison. So poison should be handled carefully. If you are working like a Department of Forensic Medicine or in the ward, person comes along with offending snake or live or even a poison bottle along with it. Handle it carefully. Each poison should be kept packed sealed in a separate bottle, properly labeled and cupboard. Hand over the police if police means law enforcement authority request. So everything in a museum also in department lock and key. It is always to be in house also. Poison, household or accidental poison among the children is very common. So lock and key. It should be given immediately. As a patient poisoning comes, treatment is immediate. Should assist the police in determining whether the poisoning is accidental, suicidal, homicidal. This. So these are the compulsory duties. Information of police, you just recently learned that as a 100% burn, a 90% burn, accident patient, you have to record the dying declaration. First inform the MLC case, again inform the police, arrange a dying declaration. Recently you learned that how to intimate the police. Once, twice, thrice, even hospitalized, serious become, again inform, recording dying declarations. You again, patient is cured and discharged, again inform to the police. That is your compulsory duty. We just remember. Let's move to fundamental duties. Maintain good character. That is very essential here. Treat the patient using maximum knowledge, care and skill. What you got is skill, operative skill, that skill, knowledge and care. So treatment, this is very important. Treat the patient. So treatment can be stopped, fundamental duties, not compulsory duties, emergency. Even a patient comes in a serious emergency, life-saving procedure. You cannot stop the treatment, continue, you cannot refuse the patient. But treatment, some reasons are then fundamental duties has been mentioned that the treatment can be stopped if a patient becomes all right. Yeah, you have to stop. It is not a become patient throughout the lifetime. Okay. Stop the treatment, that is, he's already well. All right, patient refuses treatment, stop the treatment, no necessary the continuation. Patient is uncooperative, you are not bound. Patient does not give consent for the treatment. This is very important, this one. We'll have a separate topic, we'll see voluntary agreement without consent. That is, you can say, he's not ready to give consent for the treatment, but sexual jurisprudence, that is the, in a survivor of that is treatment. She asks only treatment, they don't have the, collect the sample, that is different. We'll discuss, but this is here broad we are discussing. Okay, that is MLC case, again that's compulsory, don't think here. The patient consults another doctor without his knowledge, means doctor's knowledge. So that can be stop a patient. And patient insists on a poison, he demands you a poison, want to kill, they assisted, that is a suicide, that is called euthanasia. So he insists the poison give. Do not stop the treatment. Patient does not pay doctor's fees. Practitioner fees can be. Patient dies. He has stopped treatment. Even without even pending money, do not ask. Issue the death certificate immediately if it is you have diagnosed. If not, then inform the police and inform opinion as to cause of death cannot be given. So this is the fundamental duties. In this, the husband restriction, husband when to stop the treatment, husband guideline has been mentioned here. Browsing is delayed. Other duties in the fundamental, you just not to involve in ethical practice or professional misconduct. That is a very important. That is done. Not to practice. Maintain professional secrecy. We have seen the last class. All the investigation treatment to be done after proper consent. That is very important. Like next topic is the consent, voluntary agreement. Remember this. Encourage second opinion. Two doctors' opinion. Patient is serious. Want to continue, save the life in a good path. Nobody is there to give the consent. You can take another colleague, ask your colleague, both examine and decide the necessity. Otherwise, how will you keep a proof that is consent given or not? That is very important. Eh? Second, encourage second opinion, colleague's opinion. Should be careful in selecting the patient. And careful selecting patient during investigation, diagnosis, treatment. Should take precaution not to spread infection. That is very important. Non-control technique. You try. That is simple, lucid. This language has been mentioned. No need to explanation. Should use standard drugs, instrument and procedure standard SOP. Standard operating procedures has been given that you follow. Should maintain proper medical record. We have another class, next class, concern along with the medical record. We are going to plan next class, that also how to. When you come to our institute, visit, you have seen the account section. Beside, you'll find medical second record. You visit. We have a visit. Just location and even Viva maybe asked where is the MRD department, what are the, how it is maintained, what are the content, what are the, everything will be detail asked. I don't want to pull again. Yeah. Should not do the sex determination test. Female infanticide is raised, so that is again, do not even ask, even in a signboard, in a pregnant, do not disclose anything, sex of the child. Should practice only his own pathy. You are studying allopathy, practice allopathy, no, don't go to other pathies. That is very important. Update slide. Shall we? What to the thing to be give instruction to the, okay, it's uploaded. Duty to give instruction to the patient. The doctor should give full instruction to this patient with their attendant. Instructions, if you have to give the regarding use of medicine and diet. If illiterate is there a man, you can draw on the picture like a morning, afternoon, like sun is rising or sunset, sunrise to sunset, even night. You can have Chandamama, Chandrama, moon. You can show which is the time, 6 hourly, 8 hourly, 12 hourly medicine. You can pictorial too. So give instruction. Even illiterate, literate, a mute is there. You have to give. Even some assistant is there. Is code. You can explain clearly, give instruction. Should be mentioned the exact quantity and precise timing of taking the medicine. Even mark, punch, if a permanent marker is, give the correct instruction. Patient should be instructed regarding adverse reactions and stop to the drug in case of a reaction and inform and to approach the nearest doctor if you are far away or other state, other district. So can be nearest. You have to give instruction to the book. Here, second opinion has to be encouraged. We have that is also called consultation with another doctor. That is when patient request, yeah, he needs second opinion. You should go for the second opinion, and then before starting the treatment, operation and framing. When patient does not respond to the treatment, take a second opinion. When a patient cannot be diagnosed, very difficult to diagnose. Yeah, it's undiagnosed or that is opinion varies. Physician to physician, expert to expert. Take a dilemma is there. When patient become very serious, consult. Take another consultation. Any operation in emergency. Now emergency, maybe patient is unconscious. Operation has to be taken. No relatives there. So collect consultation. Any operation that is dangerous to life. Yeah, all operation which is dangerous to life. Or mutilating surgery when amputation has to be done, breast removal is there. Any operation that can interfere intellectual capacity, that is intellectual capacity you are doing on a brain operation, surgery on the or skull and its content, anything. Any operation can interfere reproductive capacities like tubectomy, vasectomy, or even in pelvic region, nerves. So that which are the nerves that you are interfering that nearby. So take second opinion of the doctor. Both have jointly have to frame the opinion. Anyone can do the operation, but consult the notes should be there. Homicide injuries. Inflicted by injuries are inflicted by others. Murder case you can say, that is a second consultation. Poisoning too. Even your duties here, you can say poisoning, you can fix the trustworthy staff member, even camera, some maybe nearby, what is near family member may be poisoning. So in hospital poisoning another may happen if a patient is going to survive, maybe total other means can be used. So keep a watch. That is a collection of the viscera samples and we'll see later. Homicidal burn. That is second opinion you have to take murder cases. So duty to furnish proper and suitable medicine. If a doctor has his own dispensary, he should furnish the patient with suitable medicine. Otherwise, he should give a legible prescription mentioning full. You have seen the prescription of the doctor, that how to write in pharmacology department will take your work hand-on training, writing a prescription. So how to write, mentioning full detail of the patient instruction, and the doctor held responsible for any temporary or permanent damage in health of the patient. So the be cautious of writing, and writing a wrong prescription, that is also again comes with a professional misconduct. So second opinion, I just loading is up slow. So criminal abortions, illegal abortions. That too. Even legalized abortion is there, but termination of pregnancy beyond 12 weeks of gestation. So take a second opinion or consult your colleague. Declaring a person as a dead when the organ transplantation is there. So declaring a death of the person here, usually in all cases, if a person is going to die, one single doctor can declare the death. But in a dying, that's organ transplant, two doctors. It is he is not in the team, has to declare the death. That is declaration of death is a duty. So consultation of the other doctor. Remove organ from leaving for other consultation. That is again organ. And dead body too, living person too. Declaring a person is insane. Yeah. MBBS plain doctor cannot give it. The expert, psychiatrist has to declare a person insane. They can certify this. So he also certified. So take a consultation of the professional colleagues of cell qualification. When complications of the treatment not informed to the patient, here again, not informed, because therapeutic privilege is there. So has to take a consultation. Treat in emergency without the consent. So take a colleague consent. This that will say good faith, and you have treated, save the life. There are purposes, save life. Nobody is there to take a consent. So that take a consultation, you will be protected. Postmortem or dead body of newly married girl. Newly married has a girl married within the 7.5-year marriage, or her age is less than 30 years. So two doctor, two expert, autopsy surgeon has to do the postmortem. In the consultation again, two doctors has to do. Two more team has to inform, more than two. Even sometimes prisoners death, autopsy in the camera with other consultation, team of doctor has to do. These are the second opinion has to be. You have seen the compulsory duty. That is again fundamental and other duties. Take a second opinion too. Yes, that has been. Duties with regards to attendance and examination. That when practitioner agree, attend the patient. That is very, once you agree, the doctor-patient relationship is established when you agree. Yeah, I will treat. You cannot guarantee 100%, but treatment, they both are agree. He is under an obligation to attend to ease as long as it requires attention. Doctor can withdraw only after giving reasonable notice to the patient. That you have seen that one too. And conditions. Now updating, loading a slide takes time. Yeah, duties of registered medical toward the patient. Again, if you have to see, the duty to exercise reasonable degree of skill and knowledge, care, medical care. Degree attend the patient and examine him. Duty to furnish or prescribe proper medicine. It is a duty bound to prescribe proper medicine. Duty to give proper instruction. Duty to inform risk. That is very important. Risk involved in this one. You have to even get a consent to. During the consent, you have to inform, written informed consent. Duty to inform the third parties too. Yeah, when it is going to spread. So inform. Even privileged communication. That, well, see in the detail we have exercise. Inform third parties, relatives. Ever minor. So guardian along with even third parties taking a care in the school, suppose. Duty in relation to operation. Duty in relation to poisoning cases. That is, we have even duties in detail. It takes 1 hour to describe here, but just remember in a list, a duty of professional secrecy. Duty in relation is trauma cases, X-ray examination, CT scan, MRI, investigation you have to do toward the patients. Duties toward the professional colleagues, not to criticize. Very important. That is, doctor should not criticize the professional colleagues. Even that is medical etiquette. Never take a freeze. Not that compulsory, but it equates here. Again has come. Always help. Knowledge, you share. CMEs are there. Inform. Join together. Get a credit for update. Renewal of registration. Help. Busy schedules. Duties in regards to consultation. That is professional colleagues. Duties towards the state. Duty to notify certain diseases are there. Which are the diseases we can memorize? Which are the diseases has to notify. Like communicable diseases has been on, non-communicable, communicable diseases. Here, certain diseases, communicable diseases like smallpox. Correct. Pandemic you take me. COVID-19, smallpox, chickenpox, cholera, plague, measles, typhoid, yellow fever. That is notify, compulsory duty towards the state. Notify certain diseases. Even notify the birth and death to the, even food poisoning cases to the health authorities. If a patient fails to confirm, that is to the statutory administrative, if a doctor fails to administer, he will be liable not only criminal penalty but also for the negligence in civil suit brought by the injured parties. You came to this COVID-19, it's going on in newspaper. We have a lot of discussion on this. Time constraint, I cannot go detail. Duties to inform vital events. Duties under Geneva Convention, we have the Geneva 1, 2, 3, 4. Duties regarding medical legal cases. Intimation to the police, any case, MLC accidents, burns, poisoning, complaints is there, allegation, domestic violence, child abuse, sexual assault, intimate, that is a duty. Now here, now we are discussing, we have seen the duties of doctors. Now patient's duty, then you can rectify. Now patient side, has a picture has mentioned is the patient. What are the duties of the patient? Duty of the patient to furnish all information related to with health to the doctor, history, detailed history, HOPI, everything information has to be given. That will be, you are going to keep a secret. Duty of the patient to follow the instruction, he has to follow. Advice given by the doctor. Duty to pay the fee to the doctor, what is has been mentioned, but it has to pay. It has to be described before the starting the treatment. Not in emergency. Emergency is compulsory. Remember. Rest of the day. If a patient wishes to take a second consultation, second opinion, the patient should inform the first doctor. Doctor, he goes on his own way to the consult, so he has to inform first doctor too. His duty. The patient should have a faith in the doctor chosen for the treatment. His duty we are discussing. Patient should not contribute to medical negligence. That is contributing negligence. He should not be. Should not. We have a class on the what is the medical negligence, contributing negligence, and rest of the things. So I'll keep it away. Second, the patient should cooperate with the medical practitioner for the necessary laboratory investigation when advice has to do, such as X-rays, ECG, and because of tests may be necessary for the diagnosis and proper treatment. Very important that he has to follow the instruction and his duty to inform the concerned doctor too. Here now we are coming, doctor has come, his what are the rights and privilege, how he enjoy. Right to practice medicine. Yeah, he's passed, he has a degree, he has knowledge, his skill, he has the right to practice the medicine. A right to choose the patient, not in emergency, rest of the cases, non-emergency, right to choose. Right to prescribe, dispense medicine. Right to possess, dispense, prescribe drug listed in the Dangerous Drug Act. Right to add professional title to his name, like a doctor with star, and even he can write MBBS, MD, FRS. So what are the, he has a qualification to write. Right to perform surgical operation. He has chosen the discipline that. Right to issue certificates, sickness, fitness. We have full of record book. Here I cannot give the list. Right to appointment to the public. That's a right. Rights to appointment to the public. Government hospital. Right to give evidence in the court. Expert in the witness box. You have done MLC cases or postmortem, so you will be summoned to the court to give the evidence. This is your right. Right to claim the payment of a fees of professional service is given. That is a right and privileges of the practitioner, registered medical practitioner, a doctor. Slow uploading. Yeah, hope so you are getting the points. Rights and privilege here. Now patient, he is right. Patient also has right to choose the doctor. Right to access the healthcare facility available regardless of age, sex, caste, religion, and economic, social status. From patient's right, he has a right to be treated with dignity. That is very important. With care, respect, without any discrimination. The right to have privacy during consultation or treatment. Very simple has been mentioned. So here, telegraphically, a right to have a confidentiality of all the information furnished to the doctor. He has to keep secrecy, confidentiality. Do not disclose. Right to receive full information about the diagnosis, investigation, available methods of the treatment. So here he can ask, demand certified copies of his indoor paper. Remember, the indoor paper, hospital paper, is the property of the hospital, not the patient. Patient pays for the treatment and get treated, but it's a record though. But he needs, suppose, that record, get MRD, Xerox, certified, handover. He has a right to access. Suppose he doesn't come, his relative comes, don't issue. That again, that is a confidentiality will come here. So get authority on the concerned patient, you can issue, but don't issue. So here restriction we are going to, that is practical aspects are there. We'll discuss in clinics and in the department later. Theoretical, uploading here, theoretical, we cannot do. Right and privilege of the patients, right to know the procedure and operation. Next point has been mentioned. He should know which kind of the operation. He has like a tubectomy, bilateral tubectomy, is a laparotomy or endoscopy, is vaginal, which kind of, he want to procedure, which way, risk involved therein, available alternatives and type of procedure, like a general anesthesia, local anesthesia that has been, or safety of the procedure, result and prognosis. Right to know. Right to seek second opinion from another doctor. It's coming again and again, but remember both the side, doctor versus the patients too. Right to demand for the medical records. Right to complain or rectification of grievances. Right to obtain compensation for injuries. Negligence happen with the hand of doctor, he can have a compensation. He will go to court. So has rights and privilege has been mentioned here. Now legal aspect of practice medicine. I'll go, acts and rules and regulation has been given. I'll go little here fast. Just know, it is desirable to know the list of rules and regulations has been given. I will not go into now here after detail. So practice, legal aspect, medical practitioner practicing art of medicine is art. Yeah, has a legal obligation to follow the land of law. Various acts and regulation has made. These are the acts has been biomedical waste. Just go through your ears. That's you just listen. It biomedical waste. Yeah, microbiology. You learn detail. Again in clinical practice, we are here again too. In the next terms, we have in a small group discussion and Consumer Protection Act. We have class on this too. Consumer. The Children Act 1960, the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, when you find the CRPC, investigation, police does the investigation, CRPC, that is there. This regulation, medicos has to learn, read and learn. If a practitioner, it's a must know. Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940, the Dentist Act 1948, the Dock Worker Safety, Health, Welfare Act 1986, then Drug and Magic Remedy Act 1954, the Drug Control Act 1950, the Epidemic Disease Act 1897, use daily news is coming. This one, what is the act has been given. You have a night right now, the free time, you have at least this update yourself in a free time. Attempt, you try, read, content and discuss. The Employee State Insurance Act 1948. The Environment Protection Act 1986, the Factory Act, the Fatal Accident Act 1855, the Indian Evidence Act, the Insecticide Act 1968, the Indian Majority Act 1875, the Indian Penal Code, that IPC, Bharatiya Dandavidhan 1860s, the Leprosy Act 1898, the Indian Medical Degree Act 1960, the Indian Medical Council Act 1956, the Maternity Benefit 1961. The Mental Health Act 1987, the Minimum Wages Act 1948, then MTP Act 1971. Again, you'll find Mines Act 1952, the Motor Vehicle Act 1988, the Personal Injury, the Emergency Provision Act 1962, Personal Injuries Act 1963, the Pharmacy Act 1948. Let's go through here. Listen was the Poison Act 1919. Repetition is required. We'll absorb all the things in this medical jurisprudence class, even in the third and before examination. We'll train you. This is also a long question, and even short note we'll ask you, have a lot of discussion with the small group teaching. The Prenatal Diagnostic Technique Act 1994. The Protection of Human Rights Act 1993, the Registration of Birth and Death Act 1969, the Transplantation of Human Organ Act 1994, the Vaccination Act 1880, the Workmen's Compensation Act 1923, and law, a lot. So some has been not presented here. So law and a doctor. What are the laws? When you see the title of the book, you will find law in relation to doctors. So IPCs we are going to discuss you how there are some IPCs are definitions, some of the punishments are there, which are the complete law book you read, very good. You are a citizen of India. So we have discussing a few of them in the your entire course. So what are the law in relation to? You'll find the 1970 section 176 IPC, 176 CRPC you have seen, CRPC not okay. The 76 that is magistrate inquest, section 174 CRPC, their IPC just I'm debating to us, the CRPC, just your last classes you have learned that 170 police inquest, police hold the inquest, we'll see again in the list, but that number has come, so just don't get confusion with IPC and CRPC in Vivas and when reading and interacting with this. Section 176 IPC, omission to give notice or information to public servant by person legally bound to give it. 177 IPC, furnishing false information, punished. What are the given? Some are definitions, some of them we'll discuss later. Section 191 is given false evidence. 92 section IPC, fabricating false evidence. So you just at least number you just bulk 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. Everything comes related to evidence. Fabricating evidence, false evidence, giving, fabricating, or something. We'll go to later detail. Just have the time constraint. We'll go a little fast. You go bulk of that. Now 201, 2, 3, 4, it is related to what offenses, that is causing disappearance of the evidences of offenses or giving false information to screen offender. 203, 202 is there. Again 203 false information, again here false information, again 204 destruction of the document to prevent production in the as the evidence in the court of law. So these are the bulk. You find series one, you will find 269, 70, 71, 72, 76, 75, 76, 77, all IPC lines come that relate to the dangerous to the life, poisoning, adulteration of drug, water spoiling, the making. We'll go detail. Now time constraint, I'm going the again 30, you know the 299, 300, 301, 300, 301 definition of that. Even 302, what is the 302? You have maybe heard of the movies and serials that the Bharatiya Danda Vidhan Tahat 302 ke tafa फांसी की सजा दिया दी. That is the, like 302, hang till that. Like IPC here has been missed a type. So say 304A, you are going to again the causing death by negligence. That is again you have to 302, 304A, 312 causing miscarriage. Here again number as the 312, 313, 14, 15, 16 related to the miscarriage, abortion, illegal abortion, kill, feticide and everything. 316, 17 and 18, that also related to secretly disposing the fetus or newly born baby, which is a dead born or stillbirth. Even murder, killed, and that is a unlawful destruction of the infant and dispose of. 17A, that is 318 IPC. Section 39 of CRPC. Now we are discussing CRPC. That are 174 CRPC, police inquest. 176 hold, magistrate hold the inquiry. Now again 339 CRPC, public to give information to certain offences. Something offense happened, you are the public as a doctor, you have to inform the police. That is information. 53 CRPC, examination of accused by medical practitioner at the request of police officer. Very we are discussing when a drunkenness certificate examination in the casualty. We'll discuss this one later. Examination arrested person by medical practitioner at the request of arrested person. 54 CRPC. We'll discuss later. Just how a law and this section you have to read. IPC, CRPC, CPCs are there. Indian evidence are there. What are the legal protection of the registered medical practitioner? We are doing practice of your medicine. What are the protections are there? So taking second opinion or without consent you can treat. The section we will go with the history. Just pause. I will not go little fast. 188 IPC. The section deals with the act not intended to cause a death done by the consent in good faith. Cause death done by consent in a good faith for the patient's benefit. Example you take first. What is the 88th number? Suppose a surgeon X perform an operation on the patient Y who was suffering from the disease. The intention of the X to relieve the pain from the relieve Y from the pain and suffering by performing operation and not to cause the death of a Y. Thus, he has not committing. He has relieving pain and suffering. Consent is not possible with the consent that is has been discussed. So this is not offense. 88, then you will find 89, 92. So section 90, 89, 88 and 90, 89 IPC has been discussed here. Act done in a good faith for the benefit of child and innocent. Here child and innocent has an 89 by consent of the guardian. In both the above section 88 and 89 IPC, the law does not provide sanction of mercy killing. Remember that is a mercy killing, euthanasia. If patient asks for the poison, do not provide, do not assist. That is a rest of the you can good faith, you can treat and save the life. The important feature in that is the intention not to kill the patient but cure his disease. Consent of particular patient or guardian has to be obtained for the procedure. How to take a consent? Next class. Objectives are there. 90, section 90 of Indian Penal Code. Consent taken under fear or misconception is not considered as a valid consent. Remember this. We'll discuss again this one. 90. If a consent has been taken under threat or fear, that is not valid. Section 92. You just go first. That is example. Suppose a surgeon X perform an operation on a Y because it is necessary to save the life. Now consider that Y is unconscious. He is unable to give the consent. No relatives. No time is there. You have to save. So you can, in a good faith, you can save the life. You can go. But here you can consult the colleague's opinion has to take. Even not there, if you are alone, take a time. Time is very important. Golden period, you have to say that. So here consider the section 92 IPC. Here unconscious is the save the life. The question arises when consent should be obtained. Such if surgeon operates Y without consent with good faith to save the life, then the act of the surgeon is not offense. The section highlights important principle that the act is done in a good faith. You have to prove for the benefit of the patient. The intention of the doctor, you means that the consent doctor has to prove. Intention of the doctor to save the life and not to kill the person. So rest of the formality you have to do. Section 93 IPC, communication made in a good faith. The communication made in a good faith is an offense. No communication is an offense. By reason of any harm to the person without whom it is made, communicate the patient. It is made for the benefit of the person. Communication. Section 3. Duties in a criminal matter, any one example you take, in a casualty you have take, any one criminal matter, like a poison, accident, polytrauma, burn, what are the duties? Intimation of the police. If a patient is on the verge of the death, so arrange for dying declaration. Again, if a die, do not issue the certificate. The responsibility of the criminal, communication to police. Here, what is the major role here? Doctor has to learn how to communication. Communication skill has to learn here. We are ready here in a psychodrama or role play. We'll teach you how to communicate. So that is very important. Section 39. Again here 302 that commit suicide. Here two are there. They are not included in 39. The offense attempt to commit suicide is a government employee or a private one. In a private practitioner has to inform all homicided cases to the police. But not bound for us, the accident suicide. He has to treat it later. But before starting treatment, homicide is there. But in government, or that is a employee or a doctor servicing that is he has to inform each case to the police and keep the record. and hand over to document to the police. So that not giving such information whenever police asks, has to provide the information. Concealing such information punishable under 202 IPC. As a doctor may be charged under section 201 for destruction of evidence. So keep the record. Similarly, giving a false information by doctor to the police, such matter is punishable under law. So poison case, gastric lavage sample, jathar dhuvan sample, pet dhun, what is a vomitus, a blood sample. You have to collect first sample, has to collect poison, then start treatment, remove and discard and save the life. So which of the poison has consumed at the beginning, that will guide us for the investigation officer. So after you are going to save the life, yeah, no doubt you are going to remove. Means doctor is going to remove all the poison, neutralize the poison, treat well. So, but for investigation required, so you have to preservation of trace evidences and sample. We call sabut. That has to be retained. Preservation of the record, that is very important. Last 1 or 2 slide, was fast, and hand over the class to the another. Emergency services of the doctor, we have seen Geneva Convention, others. The from patients that have emergency, the words comes that I wanted to discuss with you. What is the emergency? From patients point of view, emergency is anything that bother him to any time in a day and night for his matter. For that matter, patient expect doctor should examine and treat him according from patient side. We are the human being. We are the doctor as well as patient. When we are the become a sick, what is our view? What we call the emergency. If a doctor's purview, you just see a patient who is very near to the death, needs urgent attention and consider an emergency from doctor point of view. What is emergency? When need urgence to save the life and is near to death, that is emergency. But from patient point of view, the emergency is a conflict happen. Conflict at the two entry happen as a casualty, emergency, and at the autopsy centers. So we'll discuss later. It is responsible of doctor to attend the patient in an emergency and treat him accordingly. The MCR regulation has been given, provided, you are going to that same. The doctor should attend the patient in emergency. It would be contrary to the medical ethics on the part of doctor to deny the services to the patient who is in a need. Section 92 offense, IPC, Indian Penal Code offers legal immunity to doctor to provide with the treatment even without consent of the patient. How to do in emergency, save the life in a good faith. So emergency, you at least learn which are the emergency, means what is the patient purview, perspective now. Even triage, mass disaster happens, auto rickshaw carrying 10 and 20 people, or bus turned to something, tsunami happens, what is it called, mass disaster. So such cases, we apply the triage. What is triage in a French word is a military medicine, to refer the process of shorting the sick patient, wounded patient on the basis of urgency. A lot of patient has come who is very sick, so you have to give categorized. You have to sort according to the group, which the group has mentioned, those who cannot be expected to survive even with the treatment. Group 1, 2, 3 that has been here mentioned, like color coded, that is triage. We have spotter, we retain, this is a triage, how to apply, color coded. We have exercise here also, psychodrama. We'll take in the department, just read the, at least the categorized, red category is requires resuscitation and emergency, life-saving surgery, red tag, you have to wrist, have to tie. Yellow tag requires possible resuscitation and early surgery. Are visible, that is the wrist or some has been mentioned around the neck like a tie. Okay. Yellow category requires possible resuscitation, early surgery requires yellow category, life-saving red category, green category less serious, not will wait for some time and not injust and delay by the delay too. And black category, survival not likely or already big. This has to be tagged. That is triage is to be learned. I think I want to stop the class. Let one next announcement is next class coming the Saturday. You have a consent in a medical practice. You just scan the pages. What is the consent? Go and for more later or something. You try to understand yourself. At least when I take a class, you have read from the that page or book In search engine you put the consent. In medical practice you get PDFs of or even PowerPoint presentation online. You read and try to learn. And another part, the 20 minutes medical or even a half an hour, and how to the MRD section, that is doctors and medical records, how to keep, that has been come here. It is a responsible doctor to keep and update his medical records and secure. And how to hand over every responsibility to the doctor. Everything we'll discuss in next class. Thank you. Stay safe.